So, hey, we can see now! Yay! We can actually see what's going on. Well, we'll have to go with PC controls, so this should be interesting. Because I don't want to waste too much time. But, anyway, for those of you just tuning in, because I'll cut out that last part, welcome to the Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. We had a little bit of an issue with getting the controls to work. But, it should be good now. We can all see what's going on, and that's the most important thing. So as we were talking about before, this was a very strange game, because when it came out at the time...
is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction, but I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first, I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure hoards lie within.
See how he fights. Like a warrior.
Yeah, that is real, Gordo. Whenever you die in this game, the prince just pretends it never happened. Reminds you of Call of Juarez, the third game in that series, that had like the whole unreliable narrator. So I was saying, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is a very
I felt regret
like weird game in terms of its development, because no one was really expecting the game, like expecting this.
Into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Alright, so as I was saying, the combination, like, this is one of those games that just really came out of nowhere, I think, for a lot of people. And surprised them in terms of the quality. For which one? Gunslinger or Prince of Persia? Or both? Let's see here. Jump. What the? The camera messed with me there. Oh, jeez. Maybe at some point, Prince of Persia. Let's see. There's the wall run. Wall jump. Okay, how are we doing this? Press jump, let's move to block. It was also one of the first games to allow you for like a different control setup for combat versus exploration, which is really nice. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And as I was saying, like, the combination of the various systems here in terms of platforming, exploration, and combat really took a lot of people for a surprise.
Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within.
But the Prince is going to be talking a whole lot in this game. Like, traditionally, at that time, everyone turned to the Tomb Raider series for their platforming adventure games, which Lara Croft, or Tomb Raider, was originally, I think, based off of Prince of Persia. There's been many different versions of that game as well. Alright, it's go time. And look, multi-enemy combat before Batman. Didn't the third game introduce more of, like, stealth sections? Oh yeah, I heard that one, but I never played it. We're talking about the third game in the Prince of Persia, the 3D one, I think. That one really no one liked. Good old run walling. That was not easy to say. And water solves all problems. I'm sure there must be speedruns of this game by now. Where's my batarang when I need it? Or my explosive gel? There you go. Oh, I'm going to accidentally drop off one of these ledges. I can just feel it. And right now we're looking for the titular Dagger of Time. Oh yes, we can do this. Whee! Goodbye. you. And if you are brand new watching this right now, I hope you like jumping puzzles, because this game has a lot of
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted?
Yeah, and that is true. It did beat Braid to the punch in terms of time rewinding.
I'll start the story from here next time.
Oh, that's not how we're walling. Or wall running, I should say.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, this should be fun. And get in there. Prince is one agile guy, ain't he? Oh, wait.
And there it lay, just out of reach. The dagger of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Nope.
The hourglass drew me, fascinated me. But to move it would take a dozen of my father's soldiers. I wanted a prize I could fit into one hand.
Oh. There we go. Alley-oop. And there. Alright. Now how are we getting over there? Oh. That looks promising. So this works. Gotta love that cinematic camera, right? Yeah, I really enjoy the Prince of Persia series. And as we were talking about before we had to change the camera and all that, it is a shame that Assassin's Creed kind of took the game out. Because I'm sure there would still be people really wanting to play it. But then following the, I think, dismal reaction from Prince of Persia 4, or just Prince of Persia, that kind of signified the end, and then followed by, of course, Assassin's Creed taking over. Alright, we gotta do some... There we go. Oh yeah, of course, the traps. It's a little funky using WSAD for this. Alright. No! Curses.
No, that's not...
Yeah, the camera is going to be, I think, a little tricky here. We'll see what happens. Will you? And we still haven't even gotten our dagger yet. There, that's better.
Whoa.
Ooh. Ooh, close one. And now we're going for our And by the way, another really interesting about the Prince of Persia is just how much the Dagger of Time, I think, wowed people. Because as you were saying in chat, this game predated Braid in terms of its time rewind mechanic, and no one else saw anything like it at that time. Yeah, and you're right, the style does hold up pretty well. Oh goodness, can I do this without killing myself? Let's see what happens. Alright, let's get this thing. It's fortunate that the statue just so happens to be a platform. Ooh. Oh. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Yay, we got it.
Sand.
Oh yeah, this part. I can't, the Steam overlay doesn't work on the game. There we
I had
go.
what I came for. It was time to get out. Now.
Now we can turn back time. Ooh.
The miracle I had experienced
Yay.
by accident in the Maharaja's treasure room, I now discovered that I could trigger at will. By pressing a switch on the dagger's handle, I could turn back time.
Mm-hmm. Which is really effective when you're trying to do life or death platforming.
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharaja's treasures. That dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the Sultan of Azad when we pass through the city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a few dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals or maidens harmed until I have chosen. Let it be known, King Sharaman is merciful in victory.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend.
Your visit brings joy and honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time. May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow?
I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. The dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
Oh no.
No. No! Stop!
Is it meant to do this?
Alicia Sigataha!
Give me the dagger.
No.
You have unleashed the sands of time. I can undo what you have done. Give it to me.
One thing that I thought was very clever, that the sequel, Warrior Within, grows off of this idea of the prince's actions. Maybe at some point I should get around to playing that one.
Prince, use the dagger.
Now we need to use the dagger to finish off every enemy.
Strike with the dagger. Take his sand.
Take that.
Each time I struck them down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them would I liberate them from their monstrous living death.
Goodbye.
Finish.
I think this should be a save point, right? Well, it's no Devil May Cry, right? But it is pretty good in terms of, the, again, for its time, the combat. You and one for you. Oh. Good. I don't know if the creator, Jordan Mechner, I think that was his name, has done anything else since that Karateka game. And this is another nifty touch. Whenever we run into those areas, we get a preview of what's to come.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
No quick saving and loading here, folks.
You think me mad. I can see it by the look in your eyes. You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horror such as I have lived? But I assure you, every word is true.
Yeah, this will definitely be another game worthy of being like remade or remastered for modern platforms. where are we going here? It can sometimes be a little confusing to remember where you have to go. There's the door. But I don't think it's going to open, right? If I remember, we have to climb up. But where is that point? Oh, this is good. If I remember... Oh wait, I think I remember now. There should be a... I wall jump up, I grab a pole, and then I use the pole to vault myself up. But where? Could that be it? I don't think it is. Oh, camera. I think I have the right idea. I'm just doing the wrong spot. Oh, wait. Could that be it? There we go.
Wait!
Yeah, you can definitely see the parallels from Assassin's Creed, or Prince of Persia to Assassin's Creed. Each room is basically set up as its own personal platforming puzzle.
The guest rooms, where my father, all our entourage, and I should have passed the night lay cold and silent. The sands of time had swept through, stealing life and warmth from everything they touched. And I, who unleashed the cataclysm, had been spared. Were there others like me, who yet clung to life, hiding in fear among the ruins? It did not seem so.
Alright. Ah, there we go. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I hear something.
Had I really seen her? Or had my senses given way under the burden of horrors too great to bear, and conjured
we can make it.
Either way, I could not rest until I had found her again.
Ooh. But the timeline mechanic is very interesting in this game, because not only does it serve a thematic purpose, but it's also a way for them to kind of cheat the fact that the game can be very brutal. So instead of having you die, you essentially get your quote-unquote lives via the dagger. I swore I could pick this up. As you can see, there's danger in that room. We... I hear something. Like that. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Nice.
I soon discovered that when I collected enough sand, the dagger gained the power to stop time. Not for me, but for the enemy I struck.
Alright. Yeah, there are a lot. They did tone things down in terms of teleporting. Alright, so I'll have to remember to try and use that. Ooh. There we go. Ooh. Ah. Another vision and a save point. Yeah, the game did a really good job of like bringing like time travel and rewinding or viewing the past and future into the gameplay like this. Oh yeah, we're going to learn the counter move next. Or hopefully soon.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time. Whence came these visions that assaulted me thus like fever dreams? Each time I awoke feeling drained and beaten, and each time what I had seen came to pass, as if the sands of time were giving me a glimpse into my own future.
There we go. I knew I heard some sands there. Oop. Yeah, the fourth game was very diverse because they made it so no one could die. Basically, if you were ever in a situation where you were going to fall, your partner would just automatically save you. And a lot of people didn't like how it was essentially like they felt it was hand-holding. Is there something good down here? Oopsie.
Give me the dagger.
Who are you?
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja
my father turned to sand.
And we will share his fate if you do not give me the dagger to undo what you have done.
Your traitorous vizier used the same words. From now on, I trust no one but myself. Run!
Alright, now we got...
Go back to the reception hall. Wait for me there. Go!
So let me see. That rewinds. So we do this.
Now I remembered her. Since we left India, she had been there. In the desert, I had felt her dark eyes upon me. Now, here she was again. She and I, the only two survivors. Did I say two? Excuse me. We were three.
Alright. And the game does a really good job of setting up the palace as kind of like the whole framing for each environment. Oop. Oh, look at that.
The hourglass. What?
This is one big palace, ain't it?
I did not understand the meaning of what I had just seen. But I knew, with a certainty I could not explain, that those winged creatures had a master. The man who had tricked me into opening the hourglass now had his prize. And for some unknown purpose coveted the dagger as well, would stop at nothing to possess it. Well, I would give him what he sought. I would plunge it into his foul and treacherous heart.
Alright, we gotta get over there. Gotta be really careful here. Time travel for the win. Yeah. I see it down there. It's very easy to like mess up the controls though. Ah. And take it. Don't you love time powers here, folks? hope this works. Alright, we came down there. Ooh. Huh, maybe I was right. There we go. Let's get around here. Let's not forget about that sand at the bottom there. Again, the environment design is really good, especially considering the game's age. Like we said earlier, it really does hold up well. This works. Yeah, maybe I'll add to the list. Oh. Remember the counterattack. Figure this out. There we go. Goodbye. Counter retreat works wonders here. Come on, buddy.
Was indeed the dagger of time.
Nice.
I began to realize why the Vizier wanted it so badly.
All those finishing moves, right? Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's ignore that. Come on. Something. Combat's a little bit annoying when it's like multi-guys like this until we get some better options. You're out. Come on. That trivializes a lot of the enemies, the auto, or the kill retrieve. There we go. Now, wasn't there some sand around? Or did we already pick it up? Let's see. Yeah, I think we got it already. It would have been really cool if there were some visions that like foretold your death and you had to kind of like solve how to get around it. But let me check our time here.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
I'm gonna alt tab out for 1 second because I want to see what time it is. Yeah, it's getting a little bit late. Let's push to the next save point if we can, and then we'll probably wrap it up. If I can remember how to get there. Did that. Oh, wait a minute. this thing again. It is very easy to forget where you're supposed to go here. Maybe the vision will give me the answer.
As you wish.
Could have sworn it had something to do with these bookcases. I know I've been here. Oh, of course. The one I didn't do. Alright. Well, we knew that was going to happen, right? I did not think I was going to make that one. Alright, let's get to the save point and we'll call it.
Look!
That's better.
Oh, thank God! I was afraid you were one of them! Can you help me activate the Azad defense system? It'll take both of us to do it! I'll reset the axles for you! The man who's normally in charge of this got... Never mind! Ride the platform down to the bottom, then use those two cranks to bring it back up! You see those 4 axles? You'll need to pick them up one by one until you've got all 4. Then, bring them up to the top together.
Oh, let's hope I can figure this out.
Make sure you pick them up in the right order. That's it! One crate turns the platform. The other one raises and lowers it.
Thank you.
That's it! You've got the first axle. Now pick up the other 3. Remember, pay attention to the grooves.
Okay. Oh, this should be fun.
Look! Careful! Think ahead!
Okay, I think I see. Hopefully I got it this time.
That's 2!
Alright, now we turn it around. Raise it up. Wrong way. Oh, I see.
Just one more!
Oh, this guy yelling, right? Alright. Bingo. EA puzzle solving.
That's 4! Now, bring them up to the top and line them up with their gears!
Where is the... This can't work, right?
You've almost got it! Just line up the axles with their gears!
There we go. Perfect. There we go.
That's it! I knew you could do it! Now, there's one last step. Do you see that platform? Throw your lever, and I'll throw mine.
What manner of machine is this?
I told you, it's the palace's defense system. Stop wasting time. Throw your lever. Ha! We did it! Serve those accursed demons right! Oh, by God, they'll rue the day they ever dared attack the palace of Azad!
Which is making it harder for us. Save it and call it a night. All right. Well, we can certainly come back to this one if people want to see more Prince of Persia, or maybe even the other games in the series.
From here next time.
But anyway, that's going to do it for the Saturday Night Grab Bag. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to vote starting on Sundays for the next Grab Bag. The video will go up with the details, with our Patreon supporters getting final say. Until our next Saturday night, have a good evening, and for you Patreon... Oh yeah, we gotta walk very slowly. And for the Patreons watching, be sure to tune in Sunday for a special Patreon exclusive stream. So, until next time, have a great night, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.